Hey, Doug here, and today I'm going to do something new. I'm not going to really do any like DVD update or a review on any type movie. I'm going to do something a little new. Maybe you guys will like it, and I hope so. Um, yeah, and please leave me your feedback on what you think of this video. But I'm going to show off basically all the autographs I've gotten over the years and my horror movie books. So yeah, let's get started. First one I'm going to show off here is the complete history of Friday the 13th, the Crystal Lake Memories. You can get this on Amazon for about $30 now. I had to get it through Borders when it first came out, and it was about $50. But I'm not really complaining. Slide this off. But as you can see, I've already starting to fill this book up here with autographs. So, yeah, there's Tom Savini, Harry Manfredini, who did the score for most of the Friday the 13th films. Adrian King from Friday the 13th Part 1, Alice. This quote here is kind of funny. This is from Shelley and Vera from Friday the 13th Part 3. And this is the scene by the lake after they just kind of got into an argument. He says, "I just want you to like me." And she wrote, and then she would say, "I do like you, but not when you act like a jerk. Being a jerk, it's better than being a nothing." So, yeah, I like that, and I had them both intertwine their quotes back and forth with each other, so that was pretty cool. The next page, I have a huge signature from Betsy Palmer. That is quite amazing. She wrote, "Doug, hi, Mrs. Voorhees, I'm a friend of the Christies, and if you believe that, then you're more foolish than I thought. Mrs. Voorhees, Betsy Palmer." It was such an honor meeting her. She is such a sweet lady. And if anyone ever gets to go to any of those conventions and you see her, please go up and talk to her. She will talk your head off. She is awesome. I kind of have this set up because this is Mom's page, and this is her son's. So anytime I meet someone who played Jason, I'm going to have them sign this page. Like right here I have Doug, Jason Lives, C.J. Graham. He was in Part 6. Here's Ari Lehman. He played Jason at the very end, the little boy from Part 1. And then, of course, Kane Hodder, the man. To Doug, you're next. Kane Hodder. Jason in 7, 8, Jason Goes to Hell, and Jason X. But this is a really, really good book. Lots of behind-the-scenes photos. Yeah, if you're a huge fan of the series, this is definitely something to own. But, yeah, it's a great book. This here is my Evil Dead companion. I haven't been able to meet anyone from the Evil Dead series. I want to meet Bruce Campbell, just because he's an awesome guy. But this is, again, kind of like the Friday the 13th book, just not as a labyrinth, I wouldn't say. But it's nonetheless still a really cool book. And if I ever meet any of them, I'm just going to have them sign it in here. Same thing with the Hellraiser. I already met Doug Bradley and Ashley Lawrence, and they actually signed my DVD inserts, and then I got this book right after I met them, of course. Had I already had this book, of course, they would have just signed it here. Again, another behind-the-scenes book on the series. It's really good. If you're a fan of the Hellraiser series, definitely something to pick up. This here is one of my prides and joy because I have been privileged to meet most of the cast from the first and second Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Again, this is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Companion. And as you see, I actually have a lot of autographs on in this book. Here I have Marilyn Burns, Gunnar Hansen, Alan Daniger from Part 1, Edwin Neal, Grandpa from Part 1, Tom Savini, he did the special effects in Part 2, William Vale, he played Kirk in Part 1, Terry McMahon, she was the girl on the meat hook, and then Bill Moseley, and he wrote my favorite line from Part 2, "To Doug, lick my plate, you dog dick, chop top." I think in March I'm supposed to go to a horror show in New Jersey, and Toby Hooper is going to be there. So he is definitely, I'm going to meet him, have him sign my book. And Caroline Williams from Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 is supposed to be there too. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And again, this is just another one where, behind the scenes and stuff. This is my hardback of Grindhouse. I'm a huge Grindhouse fan. I loved the movie. I know it's two separate movies. I think of it all as one film though, just under Grindhouse. I haven't got to meet anybody from this. Hopefully one day I will. This is a really good book. If anyone's interested in how films are made or behind the scenes, anything like that, this book really digs deep into that. Shows you how they shot some scenes. There's the beautiful Rose McGowan. Yeah, this is pretty cool. They actually casted her leg in green screen material, and then that's how they did it. CGI'd out her leg. It's pretty cool. Yep, the entire script for both Planet Terror and Death Proof. This here is the Creepshow comic book. It's kind of hard to find, I think. I really haven't seen it anywhere in a while. But if you can come across it, it's really something to have if you're a fan of that, movie. But it's basically the movie just in a full-length comic. And, yeah. Father's Day. This is actually our newest film on Random Films under Doug86, Melissa of the Dead. If you're a fan of Father's Day, please check out Melissa of the Dead. You will see a likeness in it. And that's all I'm going to say. Now for some DVDs. Here are my 2 Tom Savini DVDs I've bought from him over the years and had him sign. This here is the new Phantasm Special Edition DVD. And when I met Angus Scrimm, I had him sign it, and he said, "To Doug, you play a good game, boy. Now you die, the tall man." Angus Scrimm. He was such an awesome guy. He sat there and talked to me and my buddy Chris for a good while, and just talking about life and movies and everything. I mean, it was so cool to actually just sit there and talk to him. So, Angus, thank you for signing my DVD. Then when I met Michael Berryman, I had him sign both my Hills Have Eyes original movie DVD and then the sequel. On here he wrote, "To Doug, go camping, Michael Berryman." He was a really nice guy too. Signed this DVD for me. And then all of the cast and crew that I've come across so far with Halloween, I had them sign this. So that's pretty cool. "I'll be right back. Don't get dressed." But I met Tommy Lee Wallace, Charles Cyphers, Brian Andrews. He played Tommy in the first one. But yeah, I actually met PJ Souls, and I was so mad at myself because I actually forgot this DVD because I was going to have her sign "Go Get Me a Beer," and I didn't have it with me. But luckily, she had photos at her booth, so when I met her, I bought one of her pictures. And let me actually get to that real quick. Here it is. Actually, it's the same scene. She said, "To Doug, go get me a beer. Totally, PJ Souls, Linda." She was a trip to meet. She was so nice. So that's what I was going to have her sign on my DVD right here. But I was a dumbass, basically, and forgot it. And there's Hatchet. Little insert had Kane sign when he strangled the shit out of me. Then when I met, oh yeah, Bill Mosley, Bill Mosley's such an awesome guy. If y'all check out my Horror Icons video, you can see a lot of these pictures better. When I met Doug Bradley and Ashley Lawrence, I had them sign my DVD insert. She wrote, "To Doug, go to hell, Ashley Lawrence." And then Pinhead, of course, wrote, "To Doug, we have such sights to show you, Doug Bradley." And then on the next one, he put, "Doug, your suffering will be legendary, even in hell." And she wrote, "To Doug, a true fan. Love, Ashley Lawrence." So, yeah, that was my new video, and I hope everyone likes it. And thanks again for checking out my videos and commenting and rating. And I will do a new video soon. Take it easy.